Alright, time for game number 2. We have on the bottom left corner of altitude LE in teal, the Zerg player is Anggrath NoCap.
And in the top right hand corner, playing for PigPan, it's the legend Shack. Complaints about name pronunciation in DMs, please.
Of course. I always tell that if you set yourself to a name that I don't know the pronunciation of, if I get it mistaken, it's your own fault. I don't care whatsoever. Trying to hatch block we are, but it's a little bit late. And the probe is gonna be sad.
High ground wall, by the way, from the Protoss. It's kind of unusual.
Right. I noticed that, but it didn't register into my mind.
Yeah, I wonder if this is gonna be 2 games, or if he's... never mind, he's just gonna wait for the cyber core. Okay.
Right, it's gonna be cyber first, for sure. Oh.
Not a fan.
Not a
personally.
fan. Absolutely not. I mean, that Nexus is pretty much dead, isn't it?
To be fair, Shaq's already been through his glory days, so...
So, as soon as Anggrath notices the lack of a wall, he'll be a very happy Zerg.
Yeah, I don't know. He could technically finish the wall, but then he would have like.
Can you? There's a gap between the gateway and the cybercore, and I'm pretty sure a 3x3 structure doesn't cover the entire thing. You will still have 2 gaps.
Yeah, if you put it like.
Oh, supply block! No.
Oh god.
Starting to pylon now. Oh my. Oh my.
I wonder if he even meant to do the high ground wall.
Twilight Council as finisher of the wall?
I mean, might as well, I guess.
I mean, to be absolutely fair, one of the things I love to say in these scenarios is if you can confuse the casters, you sure as hell can confuse your opponent. No, that's not a wall still, MrChack.
Okay.
You have 2 gaps again, very far apart. Still no wall. Yes, it is a wall. That's impressive, to say the least.
Charge on the way.
Lots of links. As soon as we have link speed, this base is gonna be in a world of trouble.
I assume this is like an all-in, but I think you want to pull off gas to do that.
I also think you need 4 gates to do this, and some sort of proxy pylon on the other side or a robo. Be sure. Because TOS is known for its ability to warp on the other side of the map if you have the energy field.
He did massively supply block Anggrath though. That's nice.
Yeah, Anggrath going for the very defensive Spore Crawlers. 2 bases still for our Zerg player, who's just now sending out Zerglings to try and do something. Where's this wall? Why am I still bothered by these walls? I mean, I should be, like, used to it by now. I mean, this is a glorious mess. I love it. Alright, 2 Zealots in the open and a Stalker can actually defend this many Zerglings. I'm pretty sure, though, that you can sacrifice these Zerglings to deal some economic damage on the Protoss. 3rd base for Anggrath, who was expecting some kind of rush. It didn't came, so all his defenses were for nothing. Rotor on the way because he saw charge. That's a good answer. Why is he still walling? This man is obsessed with terrible walls.
Yeah, I think he traumatized himself in the early game, and now he's like,
Yeah,
making up for it way too hard. I don't know what he's gonna spend his money on, but I'm excited.
It's not, to be absolutely fair. We have 3 gates and no unit production so far. Oh. It's still a terrible wall because it's a true gap. That's the fun part. Anyhow, Zealots on the other side of the map are having a... well, are having to retreat very bravely because it's 4 Zealot and Stalker against a million Zerglings. Sure, it's charge lots, but... Ow. Ow. Well, here come the reinforcement that's comprised of 3 more Zealots. Very brave. Now, if only we had like 1,000 minerals in the bank that could be converted for some units. Yeah, that's a good number of gates.
Yeah.
Finally!
I think at this point you could put even more down, maybe like 2 more and a Templar Archives.
Yeah, hopefully a Templar Archive, because otherwise you'll be banking so much gas. We have so many gases for what is the current composition, which is basically Zealots. Now the fun thing is we have Roaches on the other side, and Roaches do fight well the Zealots, especially... Oh, finally. Proxy Pylon sort of on the other side. Would have preferred a Robo for a War Prism, but you know, beggars can be choosers.
I'm wondering if the initial all-in was like a bait. Like here, I cannot do good all-ins, so you shouldn't be scared. And then BAM!
Bam, it's a true base all-in. Very late, 7 minutes in. Forcing your opponent to go for very defensive structures like the Spore Crawlers in the main and natural, because it looked like a very terrible DT drop, but it wasn't. That's a lot of Zealots now. That's a decent number of Zealots.
That's
Finally.
an amount of Zealots that can kill this amount of Roaches. So
Yeah, we don't have any Banelings so far. Baneling nest is halfway done. 8 more Roaches into the mix, but it's not enough. The Queens are gonna be destroyed by these many Zealots, no matter how many Transfusers you have, especially if you miss them.
Oh no, don't tell me.
Is it going to win? This glorious strategy?
Is he going to win?
That's a surprising amount of Zealots. I did not expect. Oh, yeah, right. The choke. Yeah, but don't go out of the choke. That's still an insane number of Zealots, and you need Banelings yesterday.
God, imagine if we had a Templar Archives. Holy fuck.
And Archons, yeah. Anggrath very brave, getting out of his comfort zone, but it's very scary. The Zealots are, though, disengaging in chunks, so it's a terrible trade for the Protoss, but... Oh.
He has a third base.
That Roach. Third base for the Protoss, though, and the Zerg is down on 2 bases. Some way, somehow, this strategy is winning. A single flying unit would be the disaster of the Protoss, but we don't have any Spire on this side, and we still don't have any Banelings. The 20 links in production, that's a good sign. Will they come in time?
Oh no.
How did the Zealots just move commanding? They were. They were trying to push themselves in. So many lost their lives for trying to headbutt the Roaches backwards.
Okay, we are no longer winning.
A single Roach will not scout the proxy pylon and gateway.
Oh my god, we're making a Templar Archives. Okay. If he makes Storm and Anggrath doesn't attack in the next 3 minutes.
Finally we have Banelings and these Zealots are done for. Oh, that was disgusting to see. The proxy pylon is gonna get cleared in a short. And this leaves us with the Protoss on 3 bases with 40 workers, and a Zerg on 2 bases and 2 halves on 54. A very strange situation indeed. army supply is looking mighty good for our Zerg, who might want to go on the other side of the map, like now.
Please start Storm.
No, just Archons. Archons are like Storm, but in a unit.
Oh, he started Storm.
Oh my.
Nice.
I mean,
the worker count isn't looking that bad.
no, the worker count is kinda even for both players. The problem is that Anggrath doesn't really have an attack. He's not attacking even though he has 2 to 3 times the army size. And he's losing the biggest momentum he had ever since the start of the game. When we had a base that was basically undefended and uncontested.
Yeah, we need High Templar though. Because those are the ones that storm, not the Archons.
Well, it's like in campaign, right? Where Archons can have energy and storm. That's a lot of High Templars.
No,
All but one!
all of them.
Because we are researching Psystorm just for the heck of it.
He had an uneven amount of gateways, so I think that saved him.
Yeah, that's it. That's absolutely it. Because the 8th gate was on the other side of the map. Now that's a ballsy attack by our Protoss player, who's attacking with 60 army supplies, no upgrades, into a Zerg who has +1/+1, roaches, and twice the army supply.
One storm to rule them all.
What the hell is that proxy pylon?
Oh my
Why?
god. If this storm is good, maybe?
I mean, the Banelings are about to pop. The army is losing the fight on the left, sort of. The Archons are still sending
Storm. Yes!
Storm! Yeah, Storm is gonna turn this fight around. We still have many Zerglings that are waiting.
More storms!
Oh, that's more High Templars. More Storms.
Oh my god.
Storming the poor Zerglings that are gonna die immediately. But again, a hold by Anggrath. 85 army supply against 18, and I'm guessing it right now. The army is not gonna move from this spot for the next 2 minutes. Call me a seer. I just know the future. Now, one interesting thing about most strategy games, if you do not attack your opponent, you cannot win. Unless you're playing a campaign game and you have a set time to survive for. And MrChack is playing this to his own advantage and double expanding, because he knows that even if he doesn't have any army to defend those bases, he's not gonna get attacked.
70 drones now though for the Zerg, and still on 57.
Now, how much supply does Anggrath needs to be in order for him to attack? What do you think? He's gonna move out at 200.
Probably, yeah.
Huh.
I think this supply is good.
Another attack is gonna happen very soon by our Protoss player, who is still attacking even though he's half the supply. I love this game.
Triple fort, but he's like, oh damn, I forgot about these.
Upgrades, right? Those. Let's go 3 forges. I want shields too because I have so many Archons. And I want armor because I have zealots. Oh, the two armies passing beside each other, but the Zerg has more time to react, I guess, because they're clearly in his vision. The army is coming back.
How many stars do you have? Is that 4?
I was gonna get scared.
Oh no.
The High Templars!
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
The beings are connecting to these zealots. It's a disaster.
Oh no.
A Protoss disaster. The army evaporates and Anggrath is still back home, waiting for 200 supply to happen. 54 Zerglings in the production tab.
To be honest, I don't think Anggrath has enough of a lead to attack right now. He probably would get
Right.
killed. Tech W.
I think 3 times the army supply and full upgrade advantage is not enough for Anggrath.
Nope. No way he ever wins this game right now.
Yeah, these two armies really are kinda equal, right? With the shield battery too, it's basically unbreakable.
Yeah, for sure.
44 Bailings, are they going to tip the scales into...
He has 5 storms though.
5 storms is actually scary.
5
against the
storms are
army.
scary. And we do not have base speed. Okay, base speed is finished.
But the army is not being controlled. No storms so far, no storms so far. The buildings are gonna get through. That's not so. Oh, okay, those are storms. There's not any army left. But finally, we do have some storm. The base is down for.
Barely run by in the third base or fourth base. What a tryhard.
And now it's the slow death of a Protoss player who still has one of
I
the.
don't think it was particularly slow. At that point, at least.
Anyhow, on the bottom left corner, bottom right corner of Gressman, we have the pink player playing turn. It is Messie.
And in the top left-hand corner, playing for PigPan, we have the Zerg player, Shohei. Again, complaints about name pronunciation in DMs, please. But I think this one is fine. I think, yeah, this one should have been good.
Yeah. I mean, I think we mispronounced, I mostly mispronounced Messi because he has 4 E's in there, so he should be Messi.
True.
But otherwise, I think it's gonna be fine. The first overlord comes out of Shohei and goes around the map checking for proxies instead of going straight across. The second one again checking for more proxies. This is a shell shock Zerg, isn't it? One who has found so many proxies in his life against Terran.
Yeah. He's also going 16 pool. So I feel like maybe we shouldn't be doing the overlord path, but I guess it's fine.
I mean, he does right? He does himself. That's for sure. The first Zerglings are on the way. Let's see if he was watching the first game and thought, you know what, I think that the road rush after 16 pull is a very good strategy and I want to repeat that. Or if he just wants to go for the classic harass into a standard macro game. 2 Zerglings are out on the field. Messi scouting not perfectly because again, if you... I would love the SCV to go in the main base to check for the possible road turn, which we still don't see for a Zerg player, so it's gonna be a little bit more expensive. Just 2 Zerglings though, I'm not too sure about. Defensive Reaper. Yeah, the Reaper can actually chase these 4 links and kill them. There's no staying power for Zerg at this point, and the Reaper can go across the map and do whatever he wants. Which is not... Oh, okay, good. Send the Reaper across, you can deal so much damage if no more links are getting built, but we have 4 action tabs.
Wait, did the SCV scout back in the main base or no?
No, it did not get to go up. It was just idling on the hatchery.
It's kind of funny. Messi would die to the exact same build that Lyra died to.
Yeah.
He would just straight up die.
Exactly. Reaper confirming a 3rd though, so Messi at this point is kinda confident that nothing is gonna cross across the map and kill him. I would still love to see this Reaper go into the main base to scout for, because I'm pretty sure that Messie has had no scouting whatsoever since the start of the game. Third sees a very economic build for our Terran player, as greedy as possible. For Hellion, it's the same exact build as the first game.
Yeah, double Hellion. I assume Banshees or no? The barracks are quite fast.
Yeah, we don't have any add-ons on the starport, so I'm just guessing a drop at this point.
Yeah.
Liberator, okay, that's very good, I think. I mean, I like the strategy of going for multiple harass. Spreading creep all around the main base is a Zerg player. The Hellions decided not to try and fight a hatchery. 1500 HP, way too many. Full Liberator almost done. No harassment so far, because the wall has been good for a Zerg player. The first few drones are transferring as the Hellions are leaving the premise, so no damage will be found by our Terran player.
Yeah, Messi is assuming it's something aggressive, so he's building a bunker. And he's making marauders. I guess that's fine against roaches, but honestly, you'd rather just still be making marines.
Especially at this point. I mean, to be absolutely fair, in these leagues especially, a few marauders early on can help you deal way better with banelings, because you can just control click your marines away, and most of the Zerg players don't really have the accuracy to target the marines effectively with veins.
Nice little harass with the Hellions, got a decent amount of links.
Yeah, links are dead, but so did 2 Hellions and 1 Reaper die. Tanks are out, which is gonna help greatly Messie as soon as we have some real fights on our hands. Hellions trying to harass at the same time as the Liberator, but they went for the same base, which is not as effective. Also, since we have mostly roaches for the defense, they were not pulled for the lib. Still 3 drones going down, not bad. Could have been better, I guess. It was a very big investment, to be absolutely fair, for our Terran player. 4 Hellions and 1 Liberator dying for 3 drones. I don't think it's enough.
He made the Zerg forget roach speed though.
I am. It's remembering right now, because he wanted to go across the map and it was like, my god, these are slow roaches, aren't they?
I was thinking maybe he wants to like wait for +2/+1 and then start roach speed, but it looks like he's just kind of attacking, and this I don't know, it just seems kind of bad.
Trying to find an angle to harass this base, but yeah, if you're doing this maneuver, you must understand that you are severely outgunned. These roaches are just walking to their deaths.
Yeah, that's rough.
That is so very rough.
We're also still on 50 drones. Like, it's not like we didn't make a big investment into these roaches. They
A
really
fun
put us
fact
behind.
is, we have +2 on the research for Zerg. On the Terran side of things, we still don't have a single eBay. Would you look at that? It's gonna get very funny when we have like +1 Carapace against +0 Marines. Infestation pit for the, I guess it's just for a hive. Double drop is going across the map, but stopping to refuel and get some coffee, of course.
As you do, as you do.
Yeah, you need that coffee, because otherwise the steam isn't enough anymore for some of these marines. You need all the stimulants possible.
Yeah, I was about to say, if the Terran attacks right now, I think the game is gonna be rough for the Zerg.
Yeah, 89 army supply against 59. This move out steaming across the map is, I don't think, the best option ever, but
Drop in the main at the same time. I like this very much. Like doing
Yep.
the double prong is always very good.
also it gets there before the dispos are prepared, so it's gonna get very, very clean for our Terran player, who's taking no losses whatsoever so far. A base going down and some drones going down as well. Main base is gonna get defended because these roaches are so highly upgraded compared to the Terran, but some damage has been done, and more importantly, some roaches have been moved away from the third base, who got absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, this is looking really rough. We have 3 tanks in the back, Marauders, Marines. How many roaches do we
Marines
have?
are pushing a little bit forwards, too forward for my tastes. They need to regroup with the tanks, leapfrog them out, or just... Oh, that was an expensive loss, but still. I think
nice little pick-off.
the Terran can just sit back for a while now, because the Zerg needs to be on the offensive. He's trying to find some army in the middle, trying to transfer into main army, but actually, considering again the upgrades, they are trading very well, these roaches.
Yeah, double drop in the natural in the meantime is killing every single drone there.
All the tech, some of the tech buildings are even here, so that if they're going to go down, it's going to be even harder for the Zerg to recover. More drones dying left, right and center. This is a Zerg disaster. It was indeed.
Very nice, very nice.